Hi, welcome to Wasted Lunch, a perfect place to waste your lunch. I'm Paul McVeigh, and today is Friday. Time is 12 o'clock on the dot, oven standard, and it's the end of the week, end of the work week, guys. Congratulations for making it this far. It's TGIF for a lot of people. And congratulations, you earned it. So, now, what's happening? This weekend, anything exciting going on? I'll tell you what exciting is going on with our house. Our house has been like a beehive lately. Lots of activity. Lots of people moving around, running about, doing this and that. Cleaning up the house, although it doesn't look like it on my counter. I got some coffee and creamer out there, and but it's been pretty crazy around here, getting things ready for a Christmas party, Christmas festivities. All right, and let me check my coffee here. Hot, friggin' hot. What's up, Jonah? I'm busy burning my lips and hands off with some coffee. That's what I'm doing right now. But, yeah, where in the devil did I put my cigarettes? Let's see. Oh, what the hell is that? That's not them. Jonah says, good afternoon, Paul. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Yes, I will be seeing you tomorrow night. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Actually, get to shake your hand for real here. Well, not that I've been cyber shaking your hand. But, yeah, it's going to be rad. Now, I parked my butt down and grabbed myself some coffee. And what the devil did I do with my smokes, huh? Yeah. There. Now you get to watch me flutter around. Yeah, I flutter. My big ass flutters around. There, got him. Win. But, there, got my smokes, finally. Got my smokes, got my coffee. I'm ready to go. What's going on with you, Jonah? Anything exciting? Brada. What is going on? Oh my, guys, I'm always talking about looking out for your fellow brothers and sisters out there, right? And I believe that. I believe in that and what I say. But and I've got a pretty neato story about something that happened today, but I'll tell you that in a second. Let me read what Jonah says. Jonah says, I always set something down, and a few minutes later, I completely forget where I set something down. I hate that shit. I hate that. You know what I don't like? I've caught myself doing this, so... Well, thank God you're not a smoker to begin with, all right? Just for your health's sake, that it's a good thing not to smoke, of course. But these little things, lighters. If you're already that guy who sets shit down and forgets where it is, then you would be a frustrated smoker. Because lighters are meant to be lost, okay? And having cigarettes with no form of ignition is futile. It's a terrible thing when you're a junkie, when you can't get that light and you don't have a toaster or something exciting like that to use. But I've found myself before losing a lighter and looking around the room for a lighter and looking about like this and that, and then realizing I had the lighter in my hand while looking for it. And I'm not the only person who's done that. I know that. Ask any smoker who's smoked for a long time. Let's see, Jonah says, today I will be decorating my other tree with my dad and another trip to the store. I hope I am not laughing my ass off at a box of cereal this go around. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully you won't be laughing and, and then everybody, the passers-by will be like, oh, that poor young schizophrenic man. Hopefully his father there takes him to a good psychiatrist. But it's all right. It's all right if you're laughing at cereal. I for one, I am a bad person for other people to go out shopping or out in public with if they're very meek and modest and get embarrassed by people who are, I don't know what you'd say, animated, I guess. I'm a bad person to go out in public with if that kind of stuff, upsets people or makes them clam up even more. I've been out in public with people that were like that, and they just don't know what to do when I'm around because I don't have a problem being loud sometimes and talking out loud and behaving, I guess, in a different way than a lot of people, I guess. I'm a nonconformist and a rebel. Let's see. Jonah says, I would always forget my sunglasses and would be on, or I would always forget my sunglasses would be on the top of my head. I would spend a good 10 minutes looking for them before I realized I had them on the entire time. See, that's the exact thing I'm talking about there. It's easy to do that shit. It's like when you lose something, I think what happens is you get kind of a mental tunnel vision. Okay, when you want to find it bad, you get a tunnel vision, which is like the worst thing in the world for finding something is tunnel vision. I mean, of all times to have tunnel vision, searching for something is not a good time for that. That's when your options should be open. You should be using your peripheral vision and everything else and taking all kinds of things into account. But when we lose something, we want it, and we want it fast. We want it immediately, and that's all we can think of, even to the point of looking around for your damn sunglasses and them being on your head. I mean, I think that's the psychology behind it. You just want that thing that bad that you overlook the fact that it could be staring you right in the face. Let's see, Sean Stout is joining us. What's up, Sean? We're talking about how easy it is to put something down or lose it. Or in Jonah's case with the sunglasses, the man's looked around for several minutes before realizing that he was wearing them the whole damn time. You ever do shit like that, Sean? I know I have. I'm not a sunglass wearer, which I should be. But, like I said, I've done that with the lighter before. I've done that with that. You know that old saying, if it was a snake, it would have bit you, Sean says that one time I was looking for my wallet and it was in my pocket. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You get that mental tunnel vision thing going on there, where when you realize, or sometimes think that you lost something. Like in the case of me looking around for a lighter that was in my hand, I thought I lost it, but I didn't lose it. It was right in my damn hand. But I, for some reason, got ahead of myself and assumed it was gone. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I'm hitting the Seymour button. Always makes me think of that old author joke about under the bleachers, Seymour Butts. When I'm say I gotta push the Seymour button on my phone. Jonah says, or the time I thought I lost my wallet and I had to check my grandparents' and my uncle's house, all to find my wallet a week or two later in plain sight on my nightstand where I left it. Let me just say I was pissed. Oh my gosh, you went to somebody else's house looking for your shit. You know what's bad, and you gotta be careful with this kind of shit. You know what's bad, and I have several children, so I've seen this happen time and time again. And that will be, one will jump to the conclusion that one of the other kids took their shit, took their stuff, and they will jump the gun and assume, okay, usually it's an older sibling accusing a younger sibling. It's almost always that way. In fact, it's almost always that way. And they'll be like, well, I put it right here, this, there, and they had to have moved it. They had to have taken it, and this and that. And most of the time, it turns out that that older sibling was 100% wrong. That this shit they had was put somewhere where the younger kid had never been or is not allowed in that room anyways. And they end up eating crow over it. And of course we have to force them to apologize because those kids, brothers and sisters, do not like to apologize to one another. Sean says, yeah, man, that's sometimes how it goes. He did it, he took it. Yeah. These shit happens a lot. Not every day or anything like that, but it's happened quite a few times. And now that I think about it, I'm telling you, it's almost always one of the older kids accusing a younger kid of taking or moving their shit. Okay? Had that with older kids and their book bags, with their shit from school and this and that, and it's turned out that they threw their shit down somewhere in their room, just forgot about it. And then they tried to say they hung it up on the hall tree, which is where they're supposed to, and that somebody moved it from there. Let's see. Jonah says, I checked their place because I remember having it with me there. My uncle and aunt live across the street from my grandma and grandpa, so I went from one house to the next that day to get my sister who was playing with my younger cousin. Well, thank God you didn't lose your sister. Sean says there have been times where the younger kid accused the older kid. So you guys have had it reversed at your house also. Yeah. Well, in my house, it's almost always the older kid accusing the younger kid. It's almost always that. I don't know why that is. I think the older kids are kind of pompous and think, that all the younger kids, all they want to do is break their shit and lose it. An assumption thing, I don't know, I'm guessing here. But, yeah. Losing shit is not fun. You know what happens with me a lot? Because, I have a lot of books. And that happens with books with me. There will be one book in plain sight that I have no interest in whatsoever for weeks or months. Maybe it's on top of a stack of books because I don't have enough bookcases, bookshelves. And that book is out in plain sight for weeks, months, whatever. And then the day something happens and sparks an interest in that subject of that book that was laying around, I go to look for that book, and it's no longer there anymore. So, Sean says, me, Leanne, and Aaron are not too aged apart. Yeah, well, that makes, being closer in age usually makes for more fighting and arguing and that stuff too. like growing up, my older sister was 3 years older than me. She's the one I feuded with. And she feuded with me. Now, my next sister was 3 years younger. Didn't have too many problems with her. My brother, 5 years younger. Never had trouble with him. Ever. But my older sister and I, damn, we'd fight like cats and dogs. Fight like cats and dogs. Get taken to a counselor to talk about shit. We'd end up fighting and shit right in the waiting room. I mean, we were pretty bad there for a while. It's so weird and funny to think about because, you know, we love each other and we get along fantastic now, but I mean, we just were terrible. Sean's asking, is your brother the youngest? Yeah. Yeah, he's the youngest of all of us. There's 3 years between my oldest sister and me, then another 3 years between me and my younger sister, and then 2 years between my younger sister and my younger brother. Let's see what Jonah's saying. Jonah says, I have had my fair share of times where my sister took something of mine that might be so small, but I would have sadly needed it when it has gone missing. I once went to school with a toy my sister put in my bag. I think it was a Barbie doll. If I had a few friends see it, they might try to plan a coming out party for me and assume I'm gay. Nice. Nice. Sean says, yeah, you would look really cool, really tough with that damn Barbie doll in your bag. Well, you know what? Before I read Sean's, that reminds me that one of our kids one time brought a pack of cigarettes to school. Yeah. A pack of cigarettes. Yeah, that was nice. I can't remember how the hell that happened either. But anyway, they did. And they didn't bring them to smoke. Somehow, literally, a pack of cigarettes fell into their bag. I forget how my wife, Sherlock Holmes, that story out. Let's see, Sean says the outlaw Paul McVeigh got offended today. LOL. Yeah, Sean earlier put a post up on Facebook about how long will this be up before it offends somebody, or something to that extent. And, you know, I was not going to take any time. I was going to be the first one hurt by his post. So I put, I'm offended by this post right off the bat. Jonah says, if I wanted to be cool with a doll, give me a G.I. Joe. Right. Right. G.I. Joe. Real motherfucking American hero. G.I. Joe. Sean says, did they bring the cigs for show and tell? I don't know. I can't remember the story behind it. Whatever happened, it ended up being an accident or something. And, you know, I think it was Helen. We didn't beat her ass over it. Somehow she got out of it. I can't remember how exactly it happened. Jonah says, Sean, you are a Steelers fan. That offends me. Jeez. You're offensive. Steelers fan, huh? Oh, boy. Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers. I got found out, I had a knife on me one time at school. The teacher found out I had a pocket knife on me. I didn't get in trouble for it, though. I didn't get in trouble for it. You know, maybe it was the times, and I told him, look, dude, I always have a pocket knife on me, you know. I practically live out in the woods, you know. So, I didn't get in trouble for that. I was careful after that not to have a knife on me at school. See, Jonah says it's show and tell. Let me get Joe Camel of the Marlboro Man. Yeah, well, yeah. Let's see. Sean says, don't make me do you like Ben does. Getting dirty already. Yeah, I could see my daughter pulling up cigarettes and show and tell. That's how my dad does it. Which, funny story I'll tell you, involving my youngest, my daughter, when she was about 3 or 4. No, she must have been 4 or 5. We had a pool in the backyard, and my wife got me this big inflatable chair thing. And it had 2 can holders, you know. And my daughter presented it to me. It was like a gift, and my youngest gave it to me, and she was all excited. And then, of course, I got to have a stroke trying to blow it up, of course, and got it blown up and sat back in it. And my daughter went into the house, came out with 2 cans of beer for me, goes, here, put them in the can holders, and she's like, Dad Pop. So it was so cute that beer ended up becoming called Dad Pop in our house. That's what we ended up calling beer, is Dad Pop, because it was just so damn cute. Let's see. Jonah says, Sean, do I look like a girl to you? Oh, gosh. Sean says, today you would definitely get in trouble for bringing a knife to school, even if it was an accident. I remember someone got suspended for bringing a comb to school because it flipped out like a pocket knife. Really? Would they have one of those switchblade combs or something? Come on. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, I told you guys, I was surprised that one day when my son and I were at Walmart and I found out you had to be 18 to buy a knife. I was really thrown off by that, because when I was a kid, you wanted a damn knife, you bought it. If you had the money, you went in and bought your damn knife, Jonah says, I remember that it was a comb that looked like a switchblade. Yeah, I remember those. I remember switchblade combs. Yeah, those were cool. Had one of those one time. The comb wanted to stick. It didn't like that. It needed a better spring in it. But, wow. Got busted for a switchblade comb. I can understand. I guess I can understand the heavy-handedness that schools have towards rules and stuff now when it comes to potentially violent or threatening things, I guess. Sean says it's just what happens when elect the most sensitive jackasses. Yeah. I don't know. Unless the kid was like, actually using it, like trying to get people to think it was a switchblade, like messing with people's heads, then maybe I could understand that. Where I live now, I like where I live. I miss Maslin at times, but my kids are going to much smaller schools. And Maslin is not the biggest city in the world, but it's so much more metropolitan than where I live. Especially the people. Their mindset is a lot more metropolitan than where I live now, only 5-10 minutes away. The people where I live, and I'm generalizing here, okay? I'm not saying every single person where I live is like this, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm generalizing, though. The people where I live now tend to be very, very narrow-minded where I live now. Very conformist mentality where I live, too, also. Figured out, I came up with a new term for some of these folks who have this very narrow-minded mentality around where I live that are all conformists and just go with the flow, and they all want to be just like the other people and do not want to rock the boat, okay, so to speak. I call them pod people now, okay? Like I said, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying a good deal of the people around where I live are friggin' pod people. Just saying that. Just getting that off of my shoulders, damn it. Sean says, I remember I liked the 4th grade all because A made a gun symbol and pointed it at Abe Lincoln. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Sean, I remember I liked the 4th grade all because A made a gun symbol and pointed it at Abe Lincoln. Did you get in trouble in the 4th grade because you made a gun symbol? I'm kind of confused. Jonah says it would be different if I wanted to go to Fairless or Tuslaw. I have friends who go to both schools, actually. Yeah, well, I'm in the Fairless district, and that is, I am going to say, probably the majority of people, or at least half the people, are pod people. Okay? I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting. A lot of these people, you know, when something comes from up top, like a person of authority or something, like a principal or a school superintendent is saying something, these people just go with it. They don't ask, they don't question shit. You know, they're all about staying in nice little rows and not upsetting the norm. I shit you not. Now, like I said, I'm thankful and I like where I'm living because, you know, there are more teachers per student or whatever. And the middle school in Massillon is shitty, in my opinion. It just is. Too many damn kids, too many grades. But, you know, with everything, there's a price to pay. And there is this narrow-mindedness that is so prevalent where I live. I mean, it's true. See, Sean says, I remember in like the 4th grade, I got in big trouble because I made a gun symbol with my hand and pointed it at President Lincoln. Well, I don't understand the point or the problem with pointing it at Lincoln. I mean, the man's already dead, and your finger probably wasn't loaded anyways. So, you know, just saying. So you got in trouble for that, eh? Wow. Huh. Got in big trouble over it. What the hell? I remember one of my cousin's kids was in kindergarten and said something. I think they said, I'm going to kill you or something to a kid. They got suspended. In kindergarten. Kindergarten. Yeah. I think he said, I'm going to kill you or something like that. And don't play around. They will suspend you for your words. You know, they don't play around. Sean says I wouldn't have gotten in trouble if my buddies hadn't snitched on me. What the hell kind of friends are them? Jonah says that's pretty sad. Honestly, the superintendent could be talking out their ass and someone could agree with it and not know what the hell is going on. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, that is, like I said, that is the mentality of a lot of people that are around here are like that. They just don't question shit. They just roll with it. And I did not grow up in an atmosphere like that. I did not grow up in to where I grew up to where if you had questions about something or thought something was bullshit, you said so, you know, in a respectful way. You know, you weren't a dick just for the sake of being a dick, but you still questioned shit out loud and said, what is this about? You know, I don't agree with this. And then, talk from there. But that is not the mentality of a lot of people I see and have met where I'm at right now. Let's see. Sean says, oh yeah, I got in trouble for threatening to kill someone in the 4th grade. So let's see. Got Sean pretending his hand's a gun and threatening to assassinate a president who's been dead for how friggin' long already, and now he's threatening to kill people in the 4th grade. Makings of a maniac right there, Sean. Damn. Cellar dweller in the making. You lunatic. Oh my goodness, Sean. So what happened? Did you get in trouble for threatening to kill somebody when you were in the 4th grade? The hell happened then? And you know how kids talk and brothers and sisters and shit. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I mean, that's something that kids end up saying. I'm not saying they should say that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that is something very common for a kid to say, I mean, hell, grown-ups would be like, man, kill that guy. But, yeah, it's a figure of speech that some people are very loose with. Sean says, I didn't mean kill you. You know how kids are. I think I heard it from somewhere, and I was just repeating it. Okay. There you go. Now, Sean's going to rob a bank, and he's going to be like, well, I heard of somebody robbing a bank, so I did it. Is that what you're planning on doing now, Sean? Let's see what Jonah's saying here. Jonah says, I remember a girl who was in a construction class with me my junior year. Mind you, she was different and had a certain disorder that caused her to act out. But she threatened the same guy who I told off and legit looked him in the eyes and said, you better watch your back because I'm going to kill you. Now that's a real threat. Mind you, she was bullied a lot because she was different. But she got suspended for I don't know how long. Let me see. I'm sorry. And was not allowed back in the shop for a bit due to the fact of certain tools we have. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the thing. You guys are working in construction class. She's, I mean, that's a real threat. That's not I'm gonna kill you kind of thing. That is a real threat. You better watch your back because I'm going to kill you. And then you guys got tools and shit, which would make it very easy for her to kill him. Yeah, that I understand. I understand her getting her ass in trouble for that. Let's see. Sean says, I think I heard it in a song. Okay, so you were repeating a song that said something about I'm going to kill you, and you said it, and then you got your ass in trouble. But did you learn anything from it, Sean? So I'll tell you what, there's a lot of damn rap songs out there you don't want to repeat. A lot of death metal songs you don't want to repeat them words. Get your ass in trouble. Wow. Yeah, that girl could have went on a nail gun massacre in your shop class, dude. Went ballistic. Oh my gosh. Jonah says she flipped a table at him as well. Everyone was trying not to laugh. Oh, gosh. Well, hopefully, yeah, I mean, it's probably a good idea that you guys didn't all just start chuckling and shit. She might have ended up box cuttering your ass. You know, it's, I'll tell you, that's one of them things where, I don't know about you guys, I think most people, maybe it's just me, if you're already pissed off and then somebody laughs at you while you're pissed off, oh gosh, that starts rage mode. Sean saying, was it someone's sister? I don't know, was it? I don't know if Sean's speaking in code or what, when he's asking if it was someone's sister. Sean says, oh no, she was too young. Okay, so you guys are trying to figure out. Sean's trying to figure out just who the hell it was. That's what Sean's trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out what girl did this. Huh. Well, I don't know. It's a good story anyway, so. So she threatened to kill a guy. She flipped the table. And you guys tried not to laugh about it. You know, like I said, it's a good thing not to laugh at people when they're already enraged. Because when you get laughed at and you're already in rage mode, it makes you want to attack somebody, you know? At least most people that I know are like that. It's best to give somebody a little bit of space and let them cool the hell off. Now, question, guys. The other day I threw out a question, but I didn't get any answers. I was thinking about possibly bringing into the show sometime some fan mail letters and stuff. I was thinking about reading some out loud. Does that sound interesting to you guys? Just give me a little feedback there, guys. Sean says, Maslin had quite a few threats my junior and senior year. Yeah, we always had threats when I went to school. Bomb threats and shit. You know, that was, you know. Some kid probably had an exam that day. Came up with the idea that he was going to, you know, make some threats and shit. Let's see, Dwayne's joining us now. What's up, Dwayne? How we doing? Dwayne says, yo. But yeah, guys, hit me back. What do you guys think about me reading fan mail? Does that sound interesting? I'd like to get some feedback on that. So I was thinking about it, but I was just seeing what you guys thought. Let's see. Jonah has something to say. Jonah says, mind you, she would always talk to herself and would claim to have an imaginary friend. Wow, and she was in high school and saying this shit. She would be asked to pay attention and would get smart and read more of her anime book. She got banned from using the Chromebooks at high school because she got caught watching anime porn at the school. That's that hentai shit, huh? Wow, ching chow. So when she had to use the computer, a teacher had to type stuff out for her or watch her every move. That is how in the hell can you conduct class like that when you got to watch somebody like that? Wow. See, Sean says, yeah, read mine. It has the wire and the timer. Don't worry, it's just a clock. Let's see, Dwayne says, yeah. Jonah says, fan mail would be cool. All right, cool. Cool. Let's see. Dwayne says, just waking up. Can I join today? Yes. I'm going to throw you an invite. Oops. Where the hell are you? Okay. Bring Dwayne Lanham on camera. Add. All right. So we'll see. It says adding, and it's got a little picture of you right now. So, well, like I said, I don't really know what the whole bringing somebody onto looks like from this end. Sean put tick, tick, boom. Yeah, those bomb threats, I mean, they happen a lot when I was in school. We did a lot of those where we had to, all go outside, wait in the parking lot for the school to explode and everything else. Um, which, being a kid, we all thought it was funny. We thought it was hilarious when I was a kid. Um, we did. We thought it was funny. Uh, we never took it serious. Never. So I don't know how serious the teachers took it. Well, I mean, we had a procedure. See, it says connection failed. I don't get it. All right, I'll try and add you again. I put adding again. It says adding. And it's got your little picture there. Sean says, no, not bomb threats, shooting threats. Yeah, well, I remember a couple years ago that shit happened over at Jackson. A kid shot himself. I think it was around that time. Then all of a sudden, schools all over Stark County, almost all of them, had threats made. Uh, our school had a threat made, and the kid got arrested for that shit. Let's see. Jonah says she still is in the construction trades program. I have asked a few friends of mine about her, and they said she still has some crazy moments. I understand why she had the chance to be in the program. You can't give her a chance all because she is different. That isn't fair. Yeah, that's something to consider. Let's see. See, it says there's a request from Dwayne. I will approve it. I just approved it. And now it's saying they'll receive an invite to join your broadcast. And it says adding again. Sean says that kid was planning something big. Yeah, you're talking about the Jackson kid? Yeah, he had a bunch of ammunition and I guess it was, yeah, he wasn't, you know. But then there were threats all over at all these different schools and shit. And Dwayne said, never mind, it's not working. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm doing what I can from my end here to help you get on here, but it's not friggin' working. Sean says, I think he tripped and accidentally shot himself. I think you mean shot himself. Um, yeah, I don't know what happened. I think maybe it was an accident too because it looked like he had a plan to hurt other people. Thank God he did not. Thank God that's not what happened. Uh, but let's see. You know what, Dwayne? You put something. Dwayne, how are things going for you? I was just wondering. You put kind of a cryptic thing on your Facebook thing, and it sounded. What's up with you? How are you doing? Let's see. Sean says didn't work for me yesterday either. Yeah, we. What the hell happened? Jonah says we did go on lockdown sophomore or junior year. It was a teacher's ex-husband who made threats of bringing a gun to the school and killing her in front of her class. Damn. Let's see. He was caught by Perry High School by Maslin and Perry PD. We were on lockdown for a good hour and a half. I'll tell you something about that son of a bitch you're talking about, dude. I know the guy, all right? I know him. I told the police years ago because he was my landlord at one time. And I was like, dude's a friggin' maniac. I knew he was not right. And then that happened, and I saw it in the paper, and I was not surprised at all. When I saw that in the paper, I was like, I knew he was nuts. I friggin' knew it. So I was not surprised when I saw what that dude did. We know who the hell we're talking about. But yeah, he was my landlord, and it turned into a big thing one time because he put some political signs in my front yard, and I took them down. I was renting from him and his wife, and I took them down. And he yelled at me over the phone and said, I had to keep these signs in the yard because he owned the property. And I said, no, I do not. I'm renting. So right now I'm living here. This is my home. I'm renting from you. Yes, you own it, but it's my residence right now. I don't have to have political signs in my fucking yard if I don't want to. And so that turned into a big issue. I ended up being on the front of the newspaper of the Independent over that shit. And so, yeah, I was on the front page of the paper. The article was titled "The Price of Politics." And, yeah, it was a big thing. I mean, he went fucking bananas. He threatened to bust in my door, and I said, "You come in this house, I'm ready for you. But you're not going to like what you get if you come in this door." And so he didn't bust through the door because that would have been bad for him. But then the fucking maniac ended up threatening to kill his wife and all that shit. Yeah, he was a nut job. Let's see, Dwayne says, good. I got into an altercation with my friend Pat and accidentally hit my girl, but all is good. Oh, shit. Yeah, you left a message that was kind of foggy, kind of cryptic, but it hinted towards something not good. So I was just wondering if, everything was cool. Let's see, Jonah says, the kid at Jackson Middle School, that was last year. I believe how he managed to shove a shotgun he took apart in his clothes and successfully walk in the school, Lord only knows. That guy's wife is a great teacher. I didn't have her, but her son was a great football player and a swimmer. He is a senior this year. Well, I hope everything goes good for the kids, and I never had problems with the wife. Never had problems with her, but her husband was a friggin' nut. He was. He was an idiot. Like I said, he came over to my house, started pounding on the door, saying he was gonna. I called the police. I said, well, what legally can I do? I'm talking to him while he was coming over to my house. I'm like, should I go outside and whoop this guy? And they're like, no. They're like, go in the house, and if he breaches the door, then you got to do what you got to do. And I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. So, but yeah. That whole whoop-de-doo ended up putting me on the front of the paper. Let's see, Dwayne says, yeah, I'm good walking into the tax offices. I want to see the tax man. Sean says, what teacher was it? And Sean, I was purposely trying not to drop names, but then again, I guess if Jonah wants to share with you, I guess he can. I mean, well, it's a fact. It is a fact. So, I mean, the dude, it's not like we're saying anything bad about anybody. I mean, shit, it was in the newspaper. Dwayne says, yeah, a bunch of BS. Yeah, them taxes. Death and taxes, baby. It's the two inevitable things. Death and taxes, they say. But, yeah, but like I said, that dude was an idiot. I knew he was an idiot when I rented from him. He just acted fucking nuts. Let's see, Jonah says, I can tell you if that's okay with Paul to put it out live on the show. You might as well. I mean, it was in the damn newspaper who it was, so what, because I thought for a second, well, I'm not going to say their name, but then I'm like, wait, hold the hell up. It was in the news, so it's not like we're saying anything bad about anybody. I mean, hell, you said she was a good teacher. I mean, his story about him being a fucking nut was in the news. Getting arrested, and his story about him being a nut as my landlord was in the news too. So, I mean, it's public information, So go ahead. You can throw her name out there. We're not saying anything bad about her. The poor lady was married to a fucking maniac. Yeah, Jonah said it was Miss Sunkel. Yeah. Yeah, I never had problems with her. It was her damn husband, So, I mean, some people are like that. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the dude, but obviously I was right. You know, because I told those people from the paper, I said, the guy was acting like a maniac. He's acting crazy and shit. Sean says, oh shit, I know who she is. I didn't have her though. Yeah, like I said, never had problems with her. It was her husband. We were renting there, and one of the things happened with the place was the pipes started leaking in the basement, and they were these old ass metal pipes that were all corroded and shitty. He tried to tell me I was going to have to pay to replace all this plumbing in the basement of this house that I had just moved into. He tried to put the blame on me, and these pipes are like rotting and falling apart, and I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, no way, Jose. You know, you are out your damn mind, dude. I didn't say it like that, you know, but really? He's trying to tell me I was going to have to pay thousands of dollars to get his shit. I should never have rented the place. When you get a contract for renting a house that's like that thick, you should know, do not rent this place. You know, because they had everything. He had everything you could think of in that damn thing. You know, but he thought, yeah, he was, you know. Well, you read the paper. The guy threatened to kill his wife, had a gun, got arrested over at that school. But it's funny. It's such a small world, you know, that I personally had my run-ins with him too. But yeah. Oh well. Shit. So what's on the big agenda today, guys? My gosh, I can't believe it's already 12:52. Damn. Let's see. Jonah says that is a huge crock of shit where he tried to screw you over for things you didn't do to damage the property. That's what you call a crook. Funny thing is, he got locked up anyway. LMAO. Yeah. Yes. The dude, you know. I mean, shit like that. You know, now, if he'd came over to my house and there was a plumbing problem where, you know, I tried to flush a pillowcase or something down the toilet, okay, by all means, charge me. Charge me for the plumbing, for that fix, but, you know, yeah, it was just bullshit. It was bullshit. It was funny, though, when it got put in the paper because, you know, there's that little forum where people can chime in their little opinions, and there were a lot of people who backed me up on it, and, well, I mean, hell, the police backed me up on it. They told him, they said, you know, this is this man's home while he's running from you. He doesn't have to have any of your political affiliated shit in his yard, and that's a fact. But a lot of people backed me up in the paper, but you still had those assholes that you knew were buddies of his, you know, putting in shit in the paper, you know, supporting him. Because I was thinking, how in the hell could anybody support this dude? But you're gonna have them, you know. Everybody's got a friend or a relative or something like that who, no matter how stupid they are gonna, you know, back them up, even if it makes them look like an asshole. And that's what happened. But, yeah. I don't know. The newspaper thought it was an interesting enough story. Yeah. Sean says the outlaw Paul McVeigh truly cares for people until you eat his chocolate, and then you'll end up in his basement wasted just like his lunch. Ah, nice. Nice. Yeah, don't eat my chocolate. I'll tell you what, end up in my basement. Wasted like my lunch. Nice, Sean. Sean, you should write poetry. Write some poetry. Whew, yeah, I'll tell you. You know, renting's a pain in the ass. But so is owning a house. You know, you guys will get to experience all this fun shit. You know, you get out of the house and spread your wings to fly. You get to find out just how fun it is. I'll tell you what, though. The main thing is finding a good landlord. That's the key. Is when you know, landlords want good renters, and the renters want good landlords. And when you find somebody who's cool, you know, there are landlords out there who I've had, and when shit broke or whatever, I mean, they were there. They were Johnny on the spot trying to fix shit. I've had some good landlords. I've had a couple good ones. And I've had a couple shitty ones. But that's another one of the challenges in life. Of course, when you own your own place, then everything's your problem. You know? Everything is yours to fix, so that's what you accept with that package. But, whew, okay. Sorry, got an interruption there. It's my producer. End up talking to her from time to time. Let's see. Sean says Paul McVeigh is a modern William Wallace and John Gacy all in one. Oh gosh, I'll throw John Gacy in there. Shit, dude. Oh wow. Yeah, sorry about the pause there, guys, but it happened. Yeah, well, my big bitch and gripe with that was when you know, the dude didn't even ask me about putting political signs up in my yard, because while you're renting something, that's your place. You know, that's your home. That's your residence, you know, so that pissed me off. Let's see, Sean's asking, will Vinny be at the party? Yes, Vinny, I'm pretty sure he will be. I don't think there's a wrestling event. No, he's wrestling today. So yeah, he should be there. He should be there. Looks like I lost Jonah with that interruption. Looks like we lost him. But yeah, he should be there. But yeah, it should be a good time. Should be a real good time. Oh man, got smoke in my eyeball. But anyway, yeah, sometimes you got to make a stand in life, you know, and that was one of those situations where I took a stand. I didn't just, you know, I wasn't trying to be a troublemaker, but I was not going to be dictated to, you know, and that's what I felt was going on. So I didn't stand for it, you know. Let's see, Sean says he's probably in your basement. Heard he found your secret stash of chocolates. Maybe. I'll tell you what, chocolates are one thing I'm not on my diet anymore, but I am trying not to eat too many of them shits. Because, you know, St. Nicholas Day was the other day, and got stockings, and, well, that was what, yesterday, and full of candy and nuts and stuff like that. The nuts are okay, but, you know, I'm trying to stay away from the chocolate, you know. But, anyways, let's see, Sean says, what happened to Mike? I don't know what the hell happened to Mike. Haven't heard from him for a while. So, I don't know what's going on with Mike. I really don't know. I hope everything's going good for him, but I haven't heard from him. I was wondering the same thing, so I'm not sure. Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully, you know, maybe he just works right now. Maybe he's been working actually through lunchtime. I don't know. But I've been wondering that too, because he's usually, you know, participating. So I don't know what's up with him. But hopefully he'll be on soon. John says he hasn't been on for a while. Yeah, it's been a few days. So, like I said, I've been wondering what the hell happened to him, but I don't know. Hopefully he'll come back around and be back at the table, so to speak. But time is 1:02 oven standard. Oh, Jonah's back on. Let's see. I was thinking about wrapping it up, but anything exciting going on with you guys today? Figure I'll ask that. Anything exciting with you young men right now? Got any hot dates, guys? Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Jonah says, I'm back, LOL. Okay. Jonah. Okay, I see that your camera symbol thing is up. Sean's is not. Alright. Jonah, can you go on live and I'll bomb you with a couple questions real quick? What do you think about that? Let's see, Jonah says it cut me out on here and I got off to refresh my Facebook. Okay. Let's see. Well, at least you didn't go to your Facebook to get off, huh? Let's see. Sean says, I got a party to go to tomorrow, and I'm probably going to see Christmas Vacation tonight at the Lincoln Theater. That's right. Which sounds like a lot of fun. I'd like to see Christmas Vacation in the theater, but alas, it is not happening. But I hope you guys have a good time. I love the Lincoln Theater. Grew up with that theater. Me and that theater are friends. Let's see. But yeah, Jonah, what the heck is going on? I was going to say, if you can go live for a couple minutes, I'll hit you up. Got a couple questions for you. See, Jonah says, I'm in the process of decorating a tree as well as talking here. That's my current situation. Okay, well then, and I'm not gonna expect you to do video then too as well. You're trying to decorate and talk. So that's enough work for you. Yeah, Jonah, you said something one time about a female, a lady friend possibly. Did anything good ever come of that? And I wouldn't be asking about that live, but you volunteered that information live one time. So that's why I feel I have license to bring it up. Because you brought it up one time live. That's why I'm bringing it up. So, did anything ever happen? You said something about a certain lady that you had met or something. I hope, I hope the best for you. Sean says he has an ornament up his behind. Better be careful, especially if it's glass, Jonah. I think maybe, if that's the truth, Jonah, if you have an ornament up your behind, hope it's not one of those bell-shaped ones. I think maybe, if that were the case, then maybe Jonah took that prostate episode too serious. Oh gosh, I'm just picturing you, I'm just picturing him pulling out a strand of garland right now. One of these deals. Oh my gosh. See, Sean says, you're going to be seeing him on the next research paper. Yeah. Yes. Young man from Massillon, Ohio, inserted Christmas ornament in a rectum. Well, I mean, people put magazines in there. Why not in a Christmas ornament, right? Oh gosh, that's disgusting. Let's see. Jonah says, hey Sean, it's a Steelers ornament. It's a terrible towel. It's a great way to wipe my ass. That would turn it truly into a terrible towel right there. Which, here's the thing. You guys know I'm not a football guy, but my cousin is a big-time Steelers fan. I love my cousin. And I don't have anything against the Steelers, but I always thought Terrible Towel was such a terrible name. You know, it just sounds so gimpy. Terrible Towel, Terrible Towel. You know, I always thought that just sounded so silly. And so non-masculine, you know, for such a masculine sport, you're going to be shaking a terrible towel. I always thought that was funny sounding. But Jonah thinks, you know, terrible towel would just be a good ass wiper. Coffee time. Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing. I drink so much damn coffee, especially doing wasted lunch. I sit here and I drink coffee and I smoke and smoke and smoke, which is bad for me. I gotta knock this shit off, guys. Yeah, terrible towel. I always thought that sounded so wimpy. I really did. And like I said, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to say something bad about the Steelers. I just always thought that just sounded so cheesy. Sean says, no, Jonah's shoving a glass ornament up your rectum is not a good way to whips your tush. It's a great way to get glass pieces after it breaks and die as you bleed to death. Oh my gosh. Damn, Sean. Oh my gosh. And once again, your wording is lovely. Whips your tush. Not a good way to whips your tush. Jonah, how do you respond to something like that? I mean, oh my gosh. I got Sean here. Oh my gosh, Sean's accusing you of shoving a glass ornament in your rectum. My goodness. Damn. Yeah, Jonah, what do you got to say to that? Are you going to take that sitting down? See, Sean puts Jonah Bailey, 2000-2018, Death by Steelers ornament. Oh, gosh. Well, there's your, what do they call that, epitaph or whatever. Jonah, you're too silent. Jonah says, I heard you asked about a girl I told you about. Well, all is well, and I continue to keep contact with her. Well, good for you, dude. Good for you. I hope everything works out good. Sean said, I meant wipe, not whips. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, you put whips, so then I'm picturing Jonah, you know, beating himself like it's a flagellum about his backside with a Christmas ornament. And that's not a picture that I truly want to envision, but, you know, you guys know I have this thing when I read shit that's funny, I picture it, and sometimes you guys write some shit down that is not a pretty picture. Wow. Let's see, Matt Bernard ended up lurking again. I don't know why he doesn't participate, damn it. He ends up popping in and taking a peek every now and then. Does not participate, damn it. He needs to start typing some shit down. But he just popped in for a second there. Maybe you heard us talking about somebody inserting an ornament into their rectum and decided, okay, you know what, this program is not for me. That could have happened too. That's very possible. You know, I mean, 'tis the season to be rectal, huh? My gosh. Let's see, Sean says, Paul is truly scared after picturing that he may never be the same again. Yes. Shocked. I'm a changed man. Changed man now. I'll tell you what, just make sure that you never have ornaments and butter in the same room, all right, Jonah? See, Jonah says, Sean Stout, cause of death, masturbating nonstop to exotic animals in a crawl space. Heart-stopping action right there. He died blowing a load. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Jonah. You're terrible. Died blowing a load. Non-stop exotic animals in a crawl space. See, Jonah says, don't be too certain about that, Sean. I could strike back. Oh, see, Jonah was keeping quiet for a second there. And he put that face up. Face. Oh, shit. Sean says that's funny. It is funny. Yeah, you can't deny that. He got you good. See, and Jonah, we thought you were sleeping or something for a second because there was no response to Sean's obituary he wrote for you. And then you fired back with both barrels. Wow, nice. Oh my gosh. Jeez, guys. See, how's that tree trimming? What the hell am I talking about? Tree decorating going, Jonah. You talking about Sean masturbating to exotic animals while you decorate a Christmas tree. How dare you? I'm drinking some very old ass pop. It's got that wax papery taste. You ever get a drink in one of these wax paper cups and then the ice melts and then it's all mixed with pop and shit, and it's got that taste of flat pop, water, and wax paper. That's what I got going on here. Oh, wow. All is quiet on the Western Front after Jonah fired that fatal shot. Sean has been stunned. Oh, no, he hasn't. Sean says, you're going to go to heaven and have to explain to God why you have an ornament in your rectal cavity, you perverted bastard. Oh, jeez. Jonah says, I was placing ornaments on the tree and I came across a bear ornament. Well, that's where the joke comes to play. LMAO. Nice. Nice. That's where the exotic animals came from. The bear. Well, now, see, look at that. Jonah, very creative, using all sorts of things for inspiration for your humor. So, that's good. A lesson to be learned by all of us. Use what's around you. Be inspired. Be motivated by what you see. Very good lesson, Jonah. Glad you provided that. On that note, I think I will wrap it up, guys. I got to get off here, got to do some things, and try and make myself a better person 1 minute at a time. So I'm going to hop off here and get busy. Sean says, and I'm going to have to explain what happened when I typed in bear pictures. Jonah says, Sean, you will die and go to heaven. When you realize you have wings, you will say to God, am I an angel? He will chuckle and say, no, dumbass, you're a bat. Sean says, have a good day, Paul. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you then, Sean. Look forward to it. Jonah says, have a great day, Paul. See you tomorrow night. I look forward to seeing both of you guys tomorrow night. Appreciate you guys watching and participating as always. Very thankful for that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Everybody out there who watched, thank you for watching. And look out for your fellow brothers and sisters out there in the world. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye.